When we talk about the age-old relationship between life and nature, it is balanced with eternal harmony of the Panch Mahabhut, which maximizes the uninterrupted physical, mental, spiritual happiness of the inner self, rejuvenating the prakriti of the body. Over the years, this ancient theory has taught us to flourish. Ayurveda. It is a system of traditional medicine native to India and dates back to more than 5,000 years during the Vedic period. Since 1864, Zandu started this holistic journey of approaching and preparing of standard Ayurvedic formulations that healed diseases from a natural perspective. Rajvaidya Karunashankar or Mahatma Zandu Bhattji was the dynamic visionary who revolutionized Ayurveda and later on hailed this form of treatment not only in India but across the globe. Mahatma Zandu Bhattji was the son of legendary Rajvaidya Vittal Bhattji, the personal physician to Jam Sahib Ranmal, the then king of Jamnagar. Pleased with Shri Zandu Bhattji's diagnosis and medicine preparation, Jam Sahib, the king of Gujarat, had gifted him a piece of land on the bank of Rangmati river in Gujarat. Shri Vaidya used this land for preparing Ayurvedic medicines. Rasashala, as he called, was established in 1864 in Jamnagar. This was the oldest factory manufacturing standardized Ayurvedic drugs. With time, his practice, medicines like AROGYA Vadhini, Samshamani, etc., and diagnosis acclaimed fame and popularity, and therefore he started creating standardized Ayurvedic formulations. Zandu Pharmaceutical Works Limited was born under the leadership of Sri Jugatram Vaidya, grandson of Zandu Bhattji. Zandu's scientists from then have reinterpreted and invented the process of ancient pharmacokinetics to improve the efficacy as well as safety and to balance the doshas, that is the vata or the neurological factor, pitta, the hormonal or endocrinal factor, and kapha, the secretory factor. With time, Zandu became one name for the largest manufacturer of standardized and scientific Ayurvedic medicine. Over the next few decades, more and more people adopted Ayurveda in greater numbers, mostly on the back of Zandu's trust with the society, which encouraged Zandu to launch Trishun, Abhyasan, and value-added ethical range, regarded by Ayurvedic physicians. Zandu Pharmaceutical Works Private Limited was acquired in 2007 by the two eminent entrepreneurs Sri Radheshyam Agarwal and Sri Radheshyam Goenka, the chairman of Imami Limited, with the vision to re-establish and re-strengthen Zandu's brand image for modern and upgraded formulations.
If you want to do well, there should be a definite goal. A. Be a mastermind.
Even the word impossible says I am possible.
The dynamic and progressive vision of Sri R.S. Agarwal and Sri R.S. Goenka to relaunch and develop the vital and safe Ayurvedic remedies for all possible health hazards is a sure futuristic outlook to build a healthy nation. Initiated in 2002, the Healthcare Division of Imami Limited, under the leadership of Sri Aditya Vardhan Agarwal, came up with an authentic range of 250 plus Zandu products. Imami Limited relaunched the Zandu brand by repositioning its port of medicinal plants. Many Ayurvedic plants are found in inaccessible high-altitude area and some are on the verge of extinction. Here the challenge is unlimited to assure a healthy raw material supply by Zandu Foundation, which has developed the unique variety of Mukuna, Zandu Concha. Imami has centralized healthcare research and development division at Kolkata, with renowned expert scientists of all faculties and advanced equipments. Here the expert R&D team is relentlessly working out innovations based on the formulations in the vintage Ayurvedic scriptures. Zandu's products are holistic and pure as it passes through a series of unique concepts of spiritual empowerment performed as Sanskarit Shuddhikaran. It's just another morning at the Zandu factory. This state-of-the-art manufacturing, the rigorously used modern processes on a system of medicine that's thousands of years old, and high-end research by Imami Zandu's scientists have made it possible to move from small to large-size production with a strict standardization. The growing popularity of Ayurveda and popularity of Zandu gave the industry a push to large-scale production to meet the growing demand. Today, Zandu is a name that actually defines standard quality and safe, effective and non-toxic solutions to personal care. Millions of customers are satisfied with the exacting standards of quality and efficacy along with the product's consistent flavor and texture. Under the expert guidance of Shri Sushil Kumar Goenka, the factories are thus facilitated with high-tech laboratories along with expert research teams to meet the market needs, both national and international. Testing at each stage of development and production is key to ensure the efficacy of the product. Each raw material is checked before use. Each batch is checked before filling. Each is thereafter checked before packaging. Each batch of product that reaches store around the country passes through a string of strict quality control parameters. The spacious and well-maintained warehouses help in the efficient and error-free storage of raw material and finished products. Imami's commitment to product safety and customer satisfaction has also been recognized internationally and nationally by various leading institutes, organizations and associations. All manufacturing units are ISO 9001-2008 certified and CGMP compliant. In this illustrious journey, the company has won several awards for its innovations, quality, health awareness and being the most compatible name in every household in India and internationally as well. An excellent way of need-based marketing through advanced, well-in-time logistics, as well as availability of the product ranges at miniature outlets are also specialties of Imami Group. Doctor conferences, medical events, CMEs, award to prestigious Vaidyas and students are promotional and awareness activities with the holy aim to propagate Ayurveda. Innovation is always a challenge that all Zandu experts look up to. In this approach to business, Zandu integrates a robust and sustainable safety system. As part of societal commitment, Zandu has been providing its service to the neighborhoods. Here in Imami Zandu, we believe that classic meets modern in this reinterpretation of holistic treatment of patients and rejuvenate the lifestyle of every human. Come, join us in our journey of creating a whole new developed India. Together we grow, together we work, and together we touch new heights every day.
Hari Om. Swagatam, Dr.
Hariom.
Achintya Mitra.
I'm facing really the last one is the may I audible? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
तो न्यू नॉर्मल में हम लोग ठीक है बहुत कुछ फर्स्ट थिंग is electricity problem and later on that internet issue also. So I think my slide is also visible now. Hello. So whatever topic as given, that is the role of Ayurveda to combat COVID-19, the disease. I think everybody aware why it is called that COVID-19. The CO for corona, VI for virus, and D for disease. And it was first detected in 2019 December. So that's why it is called COVID-19 disease due to coronavirus. You know, the coronavirus is a large chain RNA virus and highly infectious, and it has happened twice before that as a SARS and later on the MERS, and now it is as COVID SARS-2 virus, you can say. And I am also working as a research officer, scientist 3 in the CCRS, Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences. This is under Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. So, as you know, that the COVID-19 pandemic in India is a part of the worldwide pandemic, coronavirus, and that is called coronavirus disease 2019. Shortly, it is called the 19, and it is caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. The first case of COVID-19 in India, which is originated from China. You know, everybody about Wuhan, Hubei province, and it was reported in the 30th January 2020 in India at Tichur district, Kerala. In India currently has the largest number of the confirmed cases, as you know, and we beat the Brazil, and has the second largest number of confirmed cases in the world after the United States of America. With the number of total confirmed cases reaching the 1 lakh, it has happened in 19th May, 2 lakhs in the 3rd June, and 10 lakhs confirmed cases in 17th July 2020. And now today, just 2 hours before, total confirmed cases was 56 lakhs 50,540 cases in India, whereas about 90,000 people died due to coronavirus. So this is the situation, and as you know that the Maharashtra is giving the maximum number of the confirmed cases in India. If you recall that the 14th April 2020, our Honorable Prime Minister has told that the 7 tasks we have to consider for fight the COVID-19 disease. First, take care of the elderly subjects because they are the most vulnerable for the COVID-19. Practice social distancing, 2 gaj ka duri, you have to maintain in everywhere, in any common places, markets, and the office, everywhere. And follow the first time the Prime Minister is highly focused on that. Follow Ayush Ministry tips for immunity booster. That is a very, very important for Ayush fraternity. And download AROGYA Setu app. I think everybody has downloaded that AROGYA Setu app. Is the most important to detect the cases, and you can understand your neighborhood also. And look after the needy people. Don't fire the people from jobs. This is also economic burden we're passing our country also. And respect COVID-19 fighters, COVID-19 warriors. You have to give the full respect. Don't isolate them. You have to fight against the COVID-19, but you have to give the respect to the sufferer. Now, what kind of the initiation has taken by the Ministry of Ayush? Advisory from the Ministry of Ayush has circulated, and that is issued by the Secretary of Ayush. And first we have got the 6th March 2020, and Ayush Ministry has developed the guideline for Ayush clinical studies in COVID-19 recommended by Interdisciplinary Ayush R&D Task Force. and develop clinical protocol guideline. This is very, very important because it is a new virus, new disease. So in the traditional medicines, we have justified that treatment and we have developed the guideline after discussing so many discussion with the scholars from IRES fraternity. Issued the notification for undertaking the research proposal on COVID-19 through Ayurveda, Unani, Siddha, homeopathy systems, and 21st April 2020, developed treatment guideline for the practitioners system-wise, because the Ayush Ministry has 6 system of medicines recognized by the Government of India, and every system has separate basic principles and practice. So accordingly, the system-wise treatment guideline has been developed. Guideline for the research, clinical evaluation, drug development, and safety toxicity studies of the drug also developed. Telemedicine practice guideline by CCIM and CCH. And we have seen that all the CCRH hospital, they have given that telemedicine practice also. And develop training resource for the COVID-19 management. Develop Ayush Sanjeevani mobile application. I will talk later on this application, how it is important and how it is act for the self-care and the immunity boosting measures. And expedite the process of the grant of approval of license renewal of the license of the manufacturing of ASU immunity boosting healthcare products and sanitizer. A special emphasis and direction also given by the ministry to the licensing authority of the state government. Now, if you look at the flow chart of the protocol of the management of COVID-19 cases, particularly in Ayurveda, first we have groups, the 4 groups of the patient or the subjects. And first group, there's a target group 1, that is a quarantine and home isolation subjects with or without corona positive test and health workers. So those are not actually positive case, but exposure, they have exposure, and especially doctors and the health workers, nursing staffs, they will be grouped in that target group 1. Target group 2, the subject with the mild to severe, the symptoms and the comorbidity condition, suppose patient having that diabetes or other metabolic disorder, asthma, like that. Also renal cases, that CKD cases like that. And immunocompromised conditions, suppose patient is under chemotherapy or having that steroid therapy, that condition also we are keeping in the group target group 2. So target group 2 is the positive cases. If you do that rapid antigen test or that RT-PCR and you are getting that positive with the symptoms mild to severe cases, will keep in the target group 2, and that for the treatment purpose. And the target group 3, that is the vulnerable group, pregnant and lactating mothers, children, and geriatric subjects, senior citizens. They are keeping in this target group 3. And the target group 4 is very, very important nowadays. That is the post-treatment restoration healthcare. Those who are having that positive cases and treated and getting the negative, after that negative, they need some special treatment to restore their health. So that is, we are grouping in the target group 4. Now the approach, if you see that we have a 3 approach, 3 way we can treat that COVID-19 cases. The first preventive is the target group 1, and the therapeutic we can group as a 3 group: mild, moderate, and severe cases. And another is the promotive, that is the post-corona cases, that is group 4. So now the preventive aspects, those who are not having that sign symptoms or any reports for positive cases, but vulnerable, to boost up the immunity, to preventive aspects, we are giving the general public, health workers, suspected and quarantine cases, and immunocompromised cases, we will give in the preventive measures. In the therapeutic measures, the mild, how you can say, there's generally there is a history of a fever, or there is a coughing, chronic coughing, or malaise, like that. sneezing, sore throat. That's a target group 2. And mild with comorbid conditions, having the diabetes or other diseases, metabolic diseases like that. And conventional management plus add-on therapy in the target group 2. And mild with vulnerable peoples like that geriatric people, senior citizen, child, the lactating mothers, pregnancy, that also you can consider. And target group 2 plus 3, we can see that conventional support along with that Ayurvedic system of medicine we can add on. In the moderate cases, there is a pneumonia with no sign of severe disease. If your respiratory rate is 15 to 30 per minute and oxygen saturation is 90% to 94%, then you can treat these cases. The target group 2 plus conventional management, moderate with comorbid conditions, conventional management plus add-on therapy of group 2, and moderate with vulnerable peoples, conventional support plus target group 2 plus 3. Both you can treat under the moderate cases. And that severe cases, this is very, very important. Maybe the 2 to 3% may be severe, the COVID-19 cases. So if there is a respiratory rate is more than 30 per minute and oxygen saturation is less than 90%, then you have to give the add-on therapy. And if you have don't have any proper infrastructures for giving the life support care, so better you have to refer this case a higher setup. That this kind of guideline is given by the ministry. And once again, the target group 1 is consisting of the quarantine and home isolation subjects without corona positive test and health workers. We have to give the preventive treatment, and Ayurveda has a great role in this preventive treatment. Target group 2, the subjects with the mild, moderate, severe symptomatology, comorbid condition and immunosuppressive condition, that you have to give the symptomatic treatment. And target group 3, vulnerable subjects like the pregnant, lactating mothers, children and the senior citizens. We have to give the approach to the integrated care, Ayurvedic management along with the existing medicines under regular observations. And target group 4, that the post-treatment restoration healthcare, the treatment of for the recovery and rejuvenation of the subject. Now, in some treatment medicines, the target group 1 for preventive aspect, that some immune drugs. I think everybody aware those are practicing Ayurveda. The Guruchi, Tulsi, Ashwagandha, these are widely using these single herbs as a home remedies or the supervision of the doctors. Like the Guruchi consuming 500 to 1000 mg across Guruchi that we can give. Amla, consumption of fresh amla fruits or the amla candy can also be given. Haridra gargling with water added with turmeric powder and a pinch of salt or turmeric that we can advise. 20 sippings of water processed with tulsi we can give, and ashwagandha root powder 3 to 5 gram twice a daily with warm milk or water. Ashwagandha extract 500 mg twice daily with the warm water can be advised as a preventive measures as a single house. In the preparative medicines, what we use the chawan that 10 to 12 gram means 1 teaspoonful. You can give once a day. Dakha waleha 10 to 12 gram or 1 teaspoonful. In the ghritam, Aravindasha, Bala Chatupatra Churna, Horidra Khanda, like that. This kind of the medicine also having immunoenhancing efficacy and can be used in the target group 1 for the preventive purpose. In the target group 3, there are 2 subgroups, that illness and the mild pneumonia. And if it is an uncomplicated cases, only having the fever, cough, sore throat, nasal congestion, malaise and headache, then first line is a joro, angamarda predominance is there. In some medicines like that, Mahasudarshan Dhanavati, Sanjivani Bhati, Samsamani Bhati, Talishadi Churna plus Justimodi Churna, Shitapaladi Churna, or lozenges like the Vaisha Adivati, Lavanga Adivati, Justimodu, Ghanabati, like that you can give, and the proper doses of form also mentioned in this guideline. Like line of this, where the Saska speedominance is there, we can advise the 3-4 Siddhajol, a 3 gram boil the 1 liter of the water. Repeatedly we can give. Bhagya Haritaki, Agastha Haritaki, or Kontokari Avalo, anyone you can give 10 gram BD twice daily. Gargle with warm water, mix with the rock salt or turmeric, quantity sufficient you can give. And Amrita Rashta also can be advised 20 ml twice daily, equal amount with mix with equal amount of water, hot water. Like that, with the Justimodu Fanta also at 250 mg three times with the honey. For the myalgia, if there is a myalgia, then we can advise Ashwagandharishta or the Balarishta or Asana Shaptakat, like that we can give him if there is a myalgia. Mild pneumonia cases, difficulty in breathing started, shortness of breathing, and the fast breathing is more than 40 breath per minute. So fast line you can give Dhanantaram Gutika, Shamir Pannagras, like that medicine you can choose. But you have to assess the patient because the COVID-19 cases, if there is a severe of there, so you have to assess, and life care support also given. So it's a physician duty to judge this if there is a severe dyspnea. So better you have to refer for the life care support system. In the Rashayana for the children, Dukanta Grita, Kalana Grita, Aravindasha, Bala Chaturdhata Churno, like that medicines can be advised to the civil. And like medicine 10 years adult dose generally we are giving, and between 10 years and 3/4 of the adult dose, between the 5 years to 10 years, that is the half of the adult dose, and below 5 years is the 1/4 of the adult dose. The basic rules I am telling. And the Rasana for the pregnant and lactating mother follows what is, you can give Kolana Grita, Ashwagandha Rasan, Shobhagya Shuntile, daily use of milk and ghee, that also advised in the pregnant and lactating mothers. And the Rasana for the senior citizens, those who are having the 60 years in age, the Chabonpras Avaleho, 10 to 12 grams twice daily with warm milk can be given. Ashwagandha Avaleho, Brahmo Rasan can be given. Daily use of milk and ghee also beneficial. Silajid Rasan. So we have so many medicines. Khudiradi Rasan, Shatavari Siddha, like that. And there is a Bardhaman Vipali Rasan, Bardhaman Guru, Bardhaman Musta Rasan, Bardhaman Triphala Rasan, like that. Can be used in the proper dose schedules. Rasayana for the immunocompromised condition, those are having chemotherapy or having that steroid therapy, like that. So repeated attack of the immunosuppressive conditions, you can advise Samsamani Bhati 500 mg tablet twice daily after food. Avastha Haritaki Rasayan, very beautiful, 10 to 12 gram twice daily. Chitra Haritaki Rasayan, 10 to 12 gram daily can be given. Chavanpras Avalo 10 to 12 gram twice daily. Brahmo Rasayan or Sharma Malini Basanto Ras 125 mg twice daily. Can be given. Guruchi Rasayan always beneficial in these cases. In target group 4, those who have survived from that COVID-19 cases, we can advise as a Rasayana, Dakharishta, Dakharishta you can give 15 to 20 ml, like that. Chawanpras always you can give. And there is a Krimigna or tissue horror, you would like to take the Biranga Churna also can be given. Bilwa the Gutika can be given. To improve the digestive disorders, Dadimashtak Churna can be given. Astam Churna, Asta Churna can be given 3 to 6 grams to improve the. To give the hepatoprotective measures, Amloki Churna can be given 3 to 6 grams, or Triphala Churna can be given. Kalme Ghonogodi also very much useful. And some patients also having that organ damage like the renal kidney damage also is not a new thing. So we can give some medicines, Rasha and Achurna, Puranavas, Chandraprabha Boti, Gokuradi Gugul, like that, if there is any sign of the nephro syndrome. So to protect the nephro systems, renal systems, so you can give any one among these drugs. Now I would like to discuss about the Ayush Sanjeevani application, mobile application. It was launched month of the April because it was required to motivate or give the advice, proper advice of Ayurveda, or you can get an extent, you can say that Ayush in a very short time you have to mobilize or motivate or give the advice to the large sample of populations throughout the country. That's why the mobile Ayush Sanjeevani application was developed, and through this application, ministry has given some general guideline or advisory to boost up the immunity and to protect yourself from the coronaviruses. The general measures like that is a non-pharmacological, drinks warm water throughout the day. Take the usnodak or hot water throughout the day. It is very, very beneficial. And daily practice, yogasana, pranayama, meditation, at least 30 minutes as advised by the experts. And also walking also very much beneficial. If you have a scope to walk around your house, so it is also beneficial. Spices like the haldi, jeera, dhania, losun, these kind of spices can be used in the cooking with the proper methods. Take some choppers, 10 gram in the morning. In diabetes, they should take the sugar-free Chyawanprash. It is also available. So many companies now manufacturing sugar Chyawanprash also beneficial. Drink herbal tea or decoction, kara, made by the tulsi, daruchini, kalimarich, shunthi, and munakka. You can add also. You can add the jaggery also, good. Or and also sometimes we are using the lemon juice also, if required. So herbal tea you can prepare and you can take twice a day. Golden milk, very very popular nowadays. That half teaspoonful haldi, you have to mix with the 150 ml of hot milk, and you have to take once or twice a day. Generally, we are used to take in the bedtime. So you have to give in the 150 ml of hot water, and before take bedtime you can take. This is very very immunoboosting drinks. The simple Ayurvedic procedures also very very beneficial. Nasal application, applied sesame oil or ghee, medicated ghee, and also medicated Ayurvedic oil also available. In the morning and evening, you can put in your nostril. And oil pulling therapy, take 1 tablespoon sesame oil or tel or coconut oil, not to drink. You have to keep in the mouth and 2 to 3 minutes. Then after that, you have to wash your mouth by hot water. It can be done once and twice daily. The nasal application, so many hospitals they have taken the nasal applications and getting very good result. During dry cough and sore throat, you have to take the hot water inhalation, steam inhalation, and that is the steam. And with the fresh pudina leaves, you can add. Ajwan can also be add, and you can practice once or twice per day. Lavanga powder mixed with the natural sugar or honey can be taken a day in case of there is a coughing or the throat irritation as a home remedies. Heart cell to measures for the enhancing immunity, you have to take the hot water, you have to practice yogasana, walking, you have to take that some spices, common spices, cooking recipe. And for the Ayurvedic immunity enhancing tips, you have to take the Chyawanprash, you have to take the herbal tea, kara, Ayush kara, I will discuss later on, and gold or golden milk, healthy milk. Simple Ayurvedic procedures that you can practice: the nasal application of oil or medicated oil, and oil pulling therapy you can also do. And acting drugs like the dry cough of sore throat, also I have mentioned steam inhalation and some home remedies you can practice if there is a sore throat. So for that herbal tea, Ayush has given that one formulation, that is name is Ayush Kara or Sharma. That is the Tulsi Patra, that is four parts, Daruchini, that is 2 parts, Sunthi, dry ginger, and that is 2 part, and the pepper, or that is the Krishna Morich, that is 1 part. So like that you can prepare that powder Ayushkat Churno, and like you can take that 1.5 gram for 1 cup of water and boil it, and you just take like a tea, and you can sugar or the lemon juice or jaggery or munakka if you wish. So this is also Ministry of Ayush has given, and almost all the hospital now distributing these medicines free of cost. So many companies now manufacturing this Ayush card. Churno. It is widely available in the market, but it should be taken advice of the doctors, because one of my friend asked me, can I give that Ayush card to my father? Yes, yeah, why not? But my father is under dialysis. No, you should not give that dialysis patient, because the herbs is contains probably high potassium, so it will not good for the CKD patients and those who are having that dialysis. So it can contain the water retention also. Body. So I think initially whenever that subject is starting the Ayush current continuous, so better to take that advice from the doctors, Ayurvedic doctors. So another things is also happened, that is that whenever there is a strength, that some opportunity misutilization of this strength also happening in the country. So there is so many misleading advertisements, and that fraud claim also coming in notice to the ministry. So that's why ministry has given special emphasis to stop this misleading advertisement and false claim in the society and making wrong business. So that's why also there is a guideline also under central sector scheme for pharmacovigilance program of the ministry. And like that, one company has developed that immunobread. So if you take this bread, the immunity will be boosted up, and they have added turmeric, ginger, clove, black pepper, cinnamon, cumin, jaggery, all things in the bread. So baking the systems. So this kind of claim also came in the market, and it has noticed, and now it is stopped. So you have to open your eyes also. So in the name of the Ayurveda, so many things is going on. So you should stop these things. It is not good for our system. Now I will discuss about the some ongoing clinical trial on Ayurveda. There is a reported that 125 Ayush trial is going on. 203 trials. So by which you can understand the strength of the Ayush system of medicines, especially in Ayurveda. So many trial registered in the CTRI, that is governed by the ICMR. So 125 few I will discuss about this. The last CTRI registration was done, that is this month. That the title of the project is the surveillance of the Balo Briddhikara Bhava, factors responsible for host immunity, the COVID-19 subjects. And this is the observational study, and mainly this is the health condition is the coronavirus cases, and that study is conducting by All India Institute of Ayurveda, Delhi. So this is the latest registered cases title of the project, which is going on in the All India Institute of Ayurveda. Because as you know that All India Institute of Ayurveda, there is a dedicated COVID ward also. So they are getting that opportunity to treat the COVID patient with that Ayurvedic management. Second, if you see the evaluation of the efficacy of the fixed Ayurvedic regimen of Giloi ki Ghanabati, Tulsi tablets, Calmette tablets, Chyawanprash in COVID-19 cases. This is interventional study, and we are giving this coronavirus as the cause of the disease. The preventive aspect generally we are giving, not a COVID positive cases, and the study is CARIDD College, Maharashtra. Another study, that is the COVID-19 post-treatment restoration healthcare. I have earlier also mentioned that we have a lot of scope to do in the post-treatment COVID for the restoration of the healthcare. So that is also interventional, single arm, uncontrolled, and only the post test negative cases efficacy design, and that is also conducting by the Government Ayurveda Medical College and Hospital, Tamil Nadu. The study, that is the preventive study among the COVID-19 frontline warrior and their families. That is also interventional and Ayush boosting kit we are giving, and that is the COVID-19 frontline warrior and family members. This is a subject, and that study is conducted by CARIDD Odisha. This is under CCRS Institute. Another study, oral medicine trial for the COVID-19 cases, intervention studies, Zandu Gulika and the Haridra Khanda are giving test drug, and that is conducting by Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya Karnataka. Another study, Ayurvedic management of the COVID-19 patient, that is interventional Bhargadi Kashayam, Shudha Hanavati, Guruchi Paniyam, Talishadi Churnam for 21 days, giving to the COVID-19 patient positive cases, and that is conducting by Government Ayurveda Medical College Hospital. Identify the pathogen COVID-19 at the different stages with the help of the Ayurveda. So that is also observation conducting by All India Institute of Ayurveda. And CCRS, they are a large trial, the multi-centric trial program, 20 centers conducting and at a time. That is the effect of the Ayurvedic intervention, Ayurveda Raksha Kit, as a preventive measures in the pandemic of COVID-19, a community-based study, that is international study, and our center, Calcutta center, also is a part of this study. So we are giving that Chawan like that. The kit is there, and some preventive measures also are giving, and this study also going on. Evaluation of the safety and the efficacy of the TIU onion stem vaporization and nebulization in the COVID-19 patients, also interventional study, and the coded drug TIUHM premium. The medicine also, oral medicine giving with the onion stem vaporization and nebulization, and conducting by the Dhanvantari Clinic, Ayurveda Healthcare and Research Center, Gujarat. To observe the effect of the Ayurvedic medicines, Ashwagandha and Shunthi for the treatment of COVID-19. This is also a study and conducting by that Sri Dhanvantari Ayurvedic College and Hospital, Chandigarh. Ashwagandha in the prevention of COVID-19 in healthcare workers. That is also preventive aspect, targeted group 1 population in the management of COVID-19 patient also we are giving, and that is called multicentric trial. It is going on in the Maharashtra and Karnataka also. Effect of decoction and tablets and panchagobbo on the COVID-19 cases, also conducting by BHU, Benares Hindu University, and coronavirus as a cause of the disease classified elsewhere. At that target group, we are giving interventional study. Another study to assess the effectiveness of the Ayurvedic formulation, Guruchi Ghanaboti, the COVID-19 cases. And this is interventional studies and conducting by COVID Center, Care Center at Hospital of Pandit K. Government Ayurveda College and Institute, Madhya Pradesh. In Uttar Pradesh, Lokbandhu Raj Narayan Combined Hospital, Uttar Pradesh, they are conducting another trial, the Ayurvedic intervention in COVID-19 patients with that Ayurvedic drug for 10 days. International study to assess the effect of the Ayurvedic medicine in the positive cases of COVID-19, conducting in the Assam and the COVID hospital and also Northeastern Institute of Ayurveda and Homeopathy Hospital in Meghalaya. An intervention study to assess the effect of the Ayurvedic medicine in positive cases of COVID-19. Now, they're treating with the positive cases. Very rarely, Ayurvedic pattern is getting that positive cases for treat, especially for the research purpose. And that is also going on the Northeastern Institute of Ayurveda and Homeopathy, Meghalaya, where that coded drug SCM20 is given. Ayurvedic strength and immunity enhancing protocol and immunity in the healthcare workers, clinical trial of Ayurvedic intervention also going on. And there are 6 guidelines, some medicines and guidelines also giving tablets, Samsamanivati, Ayushkara, Chavanpras, Anutoila, gargle with warm water, mixed with rock salt and the turmeric, Ayush preventive guideline for the COVID-19 with yoga and pranayama like that. The complete package giving and by the All India Institute of Ayurveda, New Delhi. That going on. Efficacy of Ayurvedic treatment protocol with the Tulsi Immune tablet in COVID-19 in the interventional study. This is conducting by H. Doshi, Ghatkopar, Hindu Sabha Hospital, Maharashtra. They are conducting this trial also registered in the CTRI. Role of immunoboosting kit in COVID-19 cases, that is conducting by All India Institute of Ayurveda, Delhi. This is intervention study and we are giving that healthy subject to, for the preventive aspects. Effect of Ayurveda spices mixed tablet for the prevention of COVID-19 infection in the people exposed to the COVID-19, the high risk patients. That is also conducting in the Maharashtra. SDM College, they are conducting another trial, survey and management of the depression, anxiety and stress due to COVID-19 cases. Very, very important area they have chosen for the anxiety and stress due to COVID-19 fear. Clinical evaluation of the effect of the KUKA immunity booster tablet in improving immunity also conducting by NIA Joypur. In the going on the Maharashtra, the study of an Ayurvedic regimen in COVID positive cases, an Ayurvedic formulation for the prevention of the COVID-19 infection that is conducting in that Tamil Nadu and registered in the city. Shahoda for the COVID-19, that is interventional study conducting by the Parul Sevashram Hospital, Gujarat, Department of Ayush, ESIC College and Hospital, Haryana. They are conducting at the COVID on that COVID-19 risk, high risk patient, the neem prophylaxis for the subjects coming in the contact with the COVID-19 patients for the preventive aspect. Evaluation of the Ayushkara. I have mentioned the formulation that is conducting in the prevention of COVID-19 cases. Person residing in the hotspot area, and that is conducting in Ayurveda University, Jodhpur. A clinical trial of the Ayurvedic formulation in COVID-19 that is conducted by Benares University, and they are giving unspecified combination of the Mollo Chandrodaya and Ostando Dhanavati with the Anupan of the cardiac Soros, like that. This formulation they are testing in that as an interventional study. Efficacy of the safety of the Ayush 64 tablets in the treating the mild to moderate COVID-19 patients. So trial registered under the CTRI on Ayush 64. And that is also intervention study, and Ayurveda as an add-on or the standard care of treatment, it is conducting in the Karnataka. It is also multi-centric trial. A study use of the Ayurveda intervention I-64, another study on I-64 that conducting by the Ayurveda University, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Ayush Katha in quarantine person, another study for the Ayush Katha, that is intervention study, quarantine subjects, the target group, and the COVID-19 quarantine center, Rajasthan, they are conducting this study. Evaluation of the medicinal effects of the both Ayurveda in combination with the bioimmune as antiviral Covaxin vacuole as the alternate to the vaccine of the COVID.
Is there any problem?
आवाज नहीं आ रहा
Is there any problem?
आवाज नहीं आ रहा है
Is
आवाज
there
नहीं आ
any
रहा है
problem? कोई प्रॉब्लम है अचिंत जी?